The president found something he likes very much in this latest sweeping indictment from the special counsel, and he's using that to try to make a larger point that his campaign did nothing wrong. While it is true the Department of Justice says that none of the Americans who came in contact with this specific Russia-based scheme had any knowledge that Russia was behind it, the special counsel's investigation is much broader than this and not yet completed. Today, a string of tweets defending himself, again saying there was no collusion. But the president did not condemn the indicted Russian plotters. Today, the National Security Adviser said there can be no more denying sophisticated Russian interference in the 2016 election.
With the FBI indictment, the evidence is now really incontrovertible and available in the public domain.
Calling it incontrovertible negates the president's track record of doubting Russia's role.
I believe that President Putin really feels, and he feels strongly, that he did not meddle in our election.
Candidate Trump appeared dismissive.
Maybe it was. I mean, it could be Russia, but it could also be China. It could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay?
But the indictment alleges a skillful ruse where Russians used these kinds of social media posts with inflammatory political messages to stir discord. They enticed unwitting American voters to show up at pro-Trump demonstrations with signs Russian operatives requested, and many spread the Russian-made messages on their own pages. Democrats accuse President Trump of failing to take action.
Imagine if FDR had denied that the Japanese attacked us at Pearl Harbor and didn't react. That's the equivalent.
So far, the president has talked vindication, not retaliation. Kelly O'Donnell, NBC News, traveling with the president in Florida.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.